Detroit looking pretty good injury-wise here. Aiden Hutchinson listed as questionable, but he practiced in a limited fashion on Friday. So too did center Frank Ragnow. For the Jets, Mike White is out. So too is wide receiver Corey Davis. Quentin Williams is questionable. If he doesn't play, that's a massive loss here for the Jets. So Ken, Lions 1.5 on the road at Gang Green, total 43.5.
I think this was going to be a really bad setup for the Lions originally. They had a giant run of success. Now we're going to an outdoor game against a really good defense. Quarterback, probably plays a lot better at home. It's just, it seemed like it was going to be a really disadvantageous setup for them. But with Quentin Williams and Zach Wilson, Quentin Williams out, Zach Wilson in for Mike White, the Lions dodged just a couple of huge landmines here basically in this game, and now probably are going to win the game, I think. So here's the thing. If I did not have Dan Campbell Coach of the Year, I would bet the Lions in this game. But I have Dan Campbell Coach of the Year 200-1, and that is essentially a bet on the Lions to win every game the rest of the season. So I need the Lions to win, and I don't need to bet any more money on it, because Dan Campbell 200-1 is gaining way more equity if they win this game. So I need them to win for that bet to be more valuable. If I did not have that bet, I would bet the Lions under 3 in this game with Quentin Williams and Zach Wilson with all of that news. So just worth saying.
Yeah, So my points, what was your original point spread in this game? Mine was Detroit -1 with Mike White going to play.
I think mine was Jets a half or something like that.
Yeah, I think you might be right on just betting Detroit up here. So I talked about this on Monday. When the lines initially came out on Sunday night, the Lions were +1.5, and I just teased Detroit as many ways as I could with as many teams as I could, with Philly, with Buffalo, with others. So I'm in on Detroit already, a good amount here. Maybe I'll bet Detroit more coming up on Sunday. Here's my fear with this game. I think it's really interesting now with Zach Wilson starting. So I think with Mike White, we had an idea on how the game was going to play out, right? Kind of known quantities. We know what Mike White basically is, right? I liked the Jets in the game if Mike White was going to play. Zach Wilson playing now, and I know you're a little more lukewarm on can Zach Wilson ever be really good? I still think there's a chance he could still be really good. He's got the physical tools. It was just can the light bulb go off mentally? And I think there's a chance that this couple weeks on the bench, definitely eating tons of humble pie, right? And not even being active on game days here, that maybe it kind of clicked for Zach Wilson, and maybe Zach Wilson kind of starts showing the promise that made him the number 2 overall pick in the draft. I think that's possible. It's also possible he's Zach Wilson, and he has a game that he did against the Patriots, and he can't move the ball at all. So if both of those outcomes I think are reasonable, then I kind of don't really want to bet this game, because I feel it's way too volatile now with Zach Wilson. And it's not bad Zach Wilson, and he had been bad for a number of weeks. Now it's bad Zach Wilson who might be good, but also might be bad. So I think this is going to be a pass for me, and I'll sit with my Lions teaser legs from early in the week.